Hey, welcome to the Personal Project Podcast. So, I am Katy Arrington. I'm a life coach and an artist, and I struggled with self-loathing, anxiety, depression, the works, and this is my weekly update sharing you how I'm making my life better, how I'm improving my mental health, how I'm taking care of myself. So welcome to episode 34. I am feeling really high energy and really a lot of energy. And I'm like, wow. So this is what it feels like to not be fighting sleep all the time. I've been going to bed on time. I started jogging in the morning. So, a lot of good things, I think, that is helping me get back some energy. Okay, today I want to talk about another breakthrough that I had this week. And I feel like I've been getting a lot of breakthroughs lately. Like it seems like every week has been something. A lot of people are surprised when I talk about how I've only been at this for like a year, or a little over a year, this whole self-improvement stuff. And it really does seem like I've made these huge shifts really quickly. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in hearing about how I changed so fast. My guesses anyway. But also, seriously, the best way for you to get a breakthrough, to really understand your mind, to be blown by your own mind, is to get on a breakthrough call with me. It's totally free. If you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? One of my recent clients went from starting and stopping a lot of her drawings, being terrified of sucking, so she would just quit on her drawings. And then after our one conversation on our breakthrough call, she's been pushing through to the end of an image no matter what. And at times, making stuff she really, really likes. Like she's building evidence for herself that she doesn't suck. She can keep going. There's nothing to fear. So why wait to get a breakthrough like this, right? Why wait to improve your life and your art? Okay, spiel over. So the breakthrough that I had is about me letting go of the belief that other people are somehow happier than me because of certain things in their life. The successful art career, the follower count, the perfect boyfriend, the jet-setter travel lifestyle, the gorgeous, hot, face and body. There are a lot of models here in Bali. The money in their bank account and so on, right? Like there's all sorts of things that we can attribute to other people, like this is why they're happy. So this isn't directly art related, but why does this matter? At least for me. Because letting go of a belief like this has helped so much with my thoughts when I'm alone. When we do art and when we work on our business, when we are just living life, it does require quite a bit of time alone, right? With our thoughts. And when we're really not liking our thoughts, it makes it really hard to want to be alone. And so that makes it really hard to want to be doing art, right? Being alone with our art. I procrastinate when I don't want to be alone with my thoughts, right? Like YouTube, Netflix, games, all of that stuff. That's me getting rid of the voices in my head. So, how did I discover this breakthrough? Because of a recent Tom Hardy obsession I formed. This is a little bit kind of a lot embarrassing to confess, but yes, I had a major crush on the actor Tom Hardy recently. It came on kind of suddenly. I was watching all his interviews and just reading about him, like learning more about him. I think you guys know, when you really get into something, not just someone, but just something, you kind of start reading their Wikipedia or the Wikipedia about that thing, and you just kind of obsess a little. Right? You look up anything and everything. I sound super creepy and weird, but I'm human, okay? Anyway, I knew something wasn't quite right though. I wasn't super stalkery or anything, okay? Don't get the wrong idea. I wasn't trying to find out where he lives and wanting to send him my fingernail clippings or anything like that. But just the typical rabbit holes where when you don't want to deal with life yet, right, you'll find any reason to Google something. And he was my subject for like the past few weeks. I swore off anything that was drama or gossip related on YouTube, right? So my brain, I guess, just went down this hole instead. I spent a lot of my Saturday doing this. I know that there are other activities that I would enjoy so much more, that would rejuvenate me and really give me back my energy, right? Like reading. I love reading, but I was not doing that. Instead, I was on YouTube about Tom Hardy's best moments or whatever. But anyway, I was not reading. And I love reading fiction or nonfiction. I could, take a walk on the beach. I could practice just for fun in my art and stuff, like not expecting anything to come out of it. I don't know, anything, right? There's a lot of things that I think I could be doing that would actually give me back my energy. But my brain was kind of like, this isn't drama channel, so this is okay. This is time off. But I knew deep down that something just wasn't quite right, but I still didn't know why yet. Then, thank God for personal development, and thank God too that our society, or just like what's acceptable to share these days, is really starting to shift, and that a lot of people are openly kind of sharing their wisdom and their thoughts online about this stuff on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, right? Facebook. Because I found a post that really, really helped me with this on Instagram. It's crazy how it feels like I always find the things that I need when I need it, which I also love seeing comments from you saying that you like my video came just at the right time for you. Okay, so the summary of this post is about addiction, especially addiction to other people, to relationships, to love. When someone is addicted to drugs or overeating or drinking or gaming, as a society, we say like that's bad, right? We know that it's not healthy. But with love and relationships, when somebody has addictive behaviors around that, we call it romantic. This was me to a T. This was me in my first relationship. I was in high school. I couldn't wait to get a boyfriend. And I was totally like, you are my everything. We're going to get married immediately. We are star-crossed lovers. I was so convinced that I found my Romeo and that I am now a happier person and I'm better than other people. Or at least I was like better. I had a better life, This post gave me a light bulb on my Tom Hardy obsession. You get addicted to things because you really, really believe that happiness is on the other side of it, right? Or at least good feelings, right? Pleasure. That is why we get addicted to anything. Think about it in your life, like anything that you do that could have a negative consequence overall, but it's something that we do and it's what we use to kind of avoid negative emotion, right? Like food, alcohol, entertainment, and yes, people. I was still convinced, I realized, that finding that person was then going to make me happy, was finally going to make me happy. When your brain is deficient in this feeling of worthiness, it's going to grasp at the closest thing it can find to make me go get that worth. And for me, it was Tom fucking Hardy videos, god damn it. It's why I was addicted to them. It's why I felt like I needed a fix. It's because it was the closest thing that I could get to worth. And I noticed too when after my breakup, my breakup last year, I had so many dreams about him, about my ex. And it was because again, the brain, right? When it's looking for some kind of fix, it's gonna get it somehow. And it was showing up in my dreams. So the light bulb thought for me is nothing matters. After this revelation, I stumbled onto the Instagram page of a model here in Bali. Like I said, there's a lot of models here. And man, I used to look at these Instagrams and think, fuck, what would it be like to have her life, right? nothing to worry about. You're just always going to get a job because you're really pretty. Everyone in the room thinks you're beautiful. You're having this like jet setter lifestyle. You're just constantly traveling. She must just have it easy. She must be so happy. But today, or like not today, but after that, I was looking at her Instagram and I was just feeling totally neutral. Like, it was really coming up for me. It really doesn't matter that she's traveling the world getting paid to take pictures or get pictures taken of her. It doesn't matter that she has blue eyes and a button nose and tan skin. This is not why she is feeling whatever she is feeling. It really, really doesn't matter to her happiness. Whatever is causing her happiness or unhappiness is her thoughts. And I wasn't thinking, oh, thank God she's not happier than me. It really was totally neutral. She could be happier. I don't know. But it's not because of these things. It's because of what she's thinking about it. She could be really, really happy. But there is another model out there in the world with an almost identical life who is miserable. And it's because of her thoughts. No one is more happy than me because of the life, body, face, car, career, art, follower count, or circumstances they have. Someone could be more happy than me, but it's because of their thoughts, not their circumstances. Like, think about it. A homeless person could be happier than the President of the United States. We see a lot of homeless people and we assume that they are miserable, and maybe a lot of them are. But again, what is that from? Their thoughts. Because there is that one crazy homeless guy who just said like fuck it to society, right? Doesn't want to be a part of the workforce, doesn't want to, is sticking it to the man, totally enjoying getting handouts, not working, living this free wayward life and just enjoying it, right? There is that one homeless person that's totally happy. And that homeless person could be so much happier than the president. Like, I could totally believe that. Right? Like, life is meant to be 50-50. That is the human experience. Everyone has a 50% positive and a 50% negative. All the people that you think is so much happier than you, there is a 50% negative somewhere in there as well. So there are homeless people focusing on their 50% positive. So if seriously nothing in our life matters when it comes to our happiness, then why not just choose to focus on the 50% positive as best as you can? Why not put the effort in to find as many things to be happy about no matter what, about your current situation, right? Like, why focus on the things that you don't have and despair about that? Why wait to be happy? I don't do this anymore because it's becoming a lot more autopilot. Like, I say things that I'm grateful for inside of my head all the time now, or at least a lot of the time. But I used to, as I was starting to learn all this, I used to write 10 things I'm grateful for every single morning. And I challenged myself to find something different every day. But it's okay if it's the same stuff. But it's things like this. This is how you train your brain to focus on that positive 50%. It's not dumb or woo-woo or doesn't make an impact. It fucking works. It literally is what defines your reality. So if you're not doing that yet, start doing that now. It's all tools, guys. Like, if you want to train your brain to feel more abundant, feel more excited, write down 10 things that you're excited about in your life, right? Force your brain to look for it, right? You're the one in charge of your brain. I've also been feeling kind of FOMO because of not attending like some parties I've heard of. Doesn't matter, right? Not meeting all these well-connected people. Nope, doesn't matter to my happiness. If I'm sitting alone somewhere and there are two people talking, they seem like they just met, they're having a good time, I would have this jolt of anxiety from thinking things like, they like each other, oh my God, they're included, I'm not included, they must be so much happier. And these thoughts would happen so fast, right? Like, I wasn't really aware of them until just now as I was thinking about it. But again, it doesn't matter. Like that interaction doesn't matter to their happiness. It's always the thoughts that we have with ourselves that's determining our well-being. But also two people could be talking, one person's miserable, the other person's happy, but it's always depending on their thoughts. So it doesn't matter. Seeing happy pictures of people online doesn't matter, right? Now, when I understood that really everything in people's lives, in my life, is neutral, no matter who I'm looking at now, I'm like, God, I really hope you're happy. Jealousy and envy, it comes from believing that someone has something that is making them happier, and then we can't have it, so we can't be happy. No! Everything outside of us is separate from what is going on in our mind and internally. Seriously, I hope all the people that I was once jealous of or that I don't particularly like, I wish them so much happy thoughts, as well as all the people I love and all the people I don't know. Like, why not, right? Happy thoughts are available to all of us. And when you really believe that, jealousy becomes so much more rare, right? Like it's kind of like oxygen. If I breathe in this oxygen, it's not taking away from anybody else's, right? We are all, that is what thoughts are. That is what happy thoughts are, right? Or positive thoughts are. It's completely available to everyone. There is no reason to be jealous about somebody's car or somebody's follower count, because that is not what defines our happiness, right? Like I said, I've said this before in a previous episode that I've seen it, guys. I've seen it that there was an artist who was totally unhappy and talking about how disappointed she is because she wasn't getting as much likes anymore. And this is on a post that has 30,000 likes. Like, I was thinking fuck, I'd go crazy for 30,000 likes. That's amazing, right? I would kill to get that. That would be awesome, right? It really all depends on your thoughts. So why not focus on all the things that you could be happy about right now, right? 10 years from now, you're going to look back on this. Your future self, you're going to look back on this and there's something that you're going to miss. Seriously, there is, right? That beginning stage, of discovering your style or being an artist and improving your skills. You're going to miss that, right? Having less followers, believe it or not, having less followers, there is an advantage there. You just have to find it, right? You have to choose to look for it. There is, for example, you could experiment more, right? How many people are artists who have, or just not just artists, right? But just people in general who have a ton of followers, how much pressure it is to please, right? How much pressure it is to keep doing what you're doing. There's a feeling for many people that you can't experiment, you can't do other things, or else what if they lose all the followers, right? So yeah, someone else being happier does not take away from ours at all. It's like oxygen, right? So for everyone, I hope they're happy. Even if they are living a quote unquote better looking life, right? I just hope they're happy. I mean, who wouldn't want a happier planet? All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. I really hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear what you thought, how you felt, what came up for you. Is there anything that you're, addicted to, in the sense that there's something that you think is happiness is on the other side of it? Let me know. If you would like some personalized one-on-one help, I do free breakthrough calls, which you can go in the link in the description below to get the information for that. Awesome. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.